Hi, I am Larson. I am with Laser Technology Inc. and I am the Regional Sales Manager for the Gulf Region states. This is the LTI 2020 TruSpeed SXB LiDAR. We also have an S version of this device. The difference being is Bluetooth connectivity. The SXB is Bluetooth capable while the S version is not. Today I want to give you an overview of the TruSpeed S and XXB and then how to take your first speed measurement. So there's 4 buttons at the top of this device. There's the fire button, the mode button, and you have 2 arrow buttons on the side here. The heads-up display has an adjustable eyepiece. You can move this in and out. Then you've got a focus ring, which is located right here. And then you've got an eyepiece cover as well. The battery compartment is located up front, and it takes a C123 battery. And you've got the receive lens and then your transmit lens. To take your first speed measurement, this is how you hold the TruSpeed. The first thing you're going to notice when you look through the eyepiece is the 7x zoom optics. This really helps with identifying distracted driving and seatbelt violations. Power the unit on by pressing the fire button. All icons will appear in the heads-up display. The word pass will appear briefly, and that means all self-tests proved positive and you're ready to go. You will automatically be directed to the speed measurement display screen. Line up the crosshairs on the target, press the fire button, keeping the TruSpeed sighted on the target until speed and distance appear in the display, then release the fire button. You must continue to hold down the fire button until speed is displayed. This measurement will remain on the screen for 15 minutes if you do nothing, or you can take another measurement by pressing the fire button again. If you're unable to capture a speed, an error code will appear. Hit the fire button again to clear the error. You will have to press the fire button for each measurement. Speed will display as a positive number if a vehicle is approaching you and a negative number if a vehicle is departing from you. It's best to aim at the license plate, and it's important to keep the crosshairs remain constant on the target for the entire measurement time. So let's discuss the mode button at the top of the TruSpeed S and XXB. Pressing the mode button will toggle you through various options. I encourage you to take a look through your own TruSpeed S or SXB and experience each screen with me. If you have the SXB model, the next screen that appears immediately after the speed mode is the survey mode. This would be used for mapping a crash scene. The S model will not have this option. Sometimes users can confuse the speed mode and the survey modes. To ensure you're in the speed measurement mode, look for the car icon in the speed measurement mode screen. Press the mode button again and you'll come to the filter mode. Again, this option will only be on the SXB model. Toggle this to the off position. Press the fire button to move between off and on, and then press the mode button. When using this device to measure speed, the filter needs to be set to the off position. The next screen is a display of all the icons, and that includes the battery power display. After that, the next few screens will prompt you through some test modes to verify the instrument's mechanics. These will be on the S model as well as the SXB model. You'll see things like TT, which is the scope alignment test. Then you go to the next screen. It says D1. That's for delta distance testing if you want to do that. And then the next screen is a self-test. When you press the mode button once again, then you're going to come to the BT screen, which stands for Bluetooth. And that'll only be on the SXB model. This can be set to off as it is typically not needed for speed measurements. You can scroll through the Bluetooth options by pressing the arrow button pointing away from you on top. It's also called the up button. Just hit the up button until you see BT at the top and off underneath it, displayed in the HUD. The final mode that you're going to come to is SN, and that stands for serial number. This is where you'll find the device's serial number. Something else to consider with the TruSpeed is the brightness of the scope display. To adjust the brightness of the scope display, press the up button from the speed measurement screen. There are 5 setting options here. Continue to press the up button through the 5 settings and then press the fire button to return to the speed measurement screen. So there's 2 more options I want to discuss with you, and that's the continuous mode and the weather mode. A speed capture mode you might like to explore is the continuous mode. In this mode, the device takes and displays one reading after another and will continue to take and display readings as long as you're holding down the fire button. When you release the fire button, the device will finish its last reading and stop. To activate the continuous mode, make sure you're in the speed mode. Press the down arrow button on top of the device once, and a circle with an arrow icon will appear in the display. Weather mode. Okay, so moisture is reflective. Weather such as rain, snow, or fog can make it difficult for the laser to receive signals back from the target. So the TruSpeed SXB and S have built-in weather mode that is an alternative speed mode. Weather mode is activated. When weather mode is activated, the factory-defined gate setting is increased from the minimum 50 feet to 200 feet. So increasing the minimum range ensures that the laser only acquires targets beyond the range where weather affects the laser's ability to capture a speed reading. To activate the weather mode, make sure you're in the speed mode. Press the down arrow button twice, and that will bring up the rain icon and it'll appear in the display for you. But just remember, when you're in this mode and it's activated, you're not going to be able to acquire anything under 200 feet. You can run the weather mode and the continuous mode at the same time by pressing that down arrow button 3 times. Both icons will appear in the display at the same time. If you want them both to go away, just press that arrow down button again and they'll both be removed. So how do you turn off the TruSpeed? To turn the device off, press the fire button and the mode button at the same time for about a second. Additionally, the device will power itself off after about 30 seconds of no use. Just simply press the fire button again to power it back on, and the device will direct you to the speed measurement screen automatically. So let's talk about some common errors that you could encounter. The first one is E3. If E3 displays, then the device is typically unstable. Most likely this error occurs because you're moving the device. You know, I tend to drink a little too much coffee in the morning and my hands can be a little shaky. So something I do is to stabilize the device by leaning my arms on something or maybe leaning up against a car with it. That'll help it. And then E1 is another common error. This indicates that the target is out of range or too close. The range for the TruSpeed S and the SXB is 2,000 feet out and a minimum of 50 feet. These are the 2 most common errors you might encounter. A couple of safety items is avoid staring directly at the laser beam. Don't attempt to look at the sun through the scope and never point the device at the sun. Please don't point the laser beam at aircraft. That kind of thing can freak out pilots. LTI's got many happy customers using this device today. The LTI 2020 TruSpeed SXB and S is truly state-of-the-art technology offered at an unmatched value for the price. It's compact, it's rugged, it weighs less than a pound. I have customers that use this on motors as well as in cars. Please call us with any questions. You can find us at lasertech.com. We're here to help. Thank you for watching.